Starting here at 6 with that historic comeback for Donald Trump. With a decisive victory in both the Electoral College and popular vote, he'll become just the second U.S. president to come back from defeat and win again. Vice President Kamala Harris conceding the race earlier today.
And we're going to check in with WGN's Jackie Bang live from West Palm Beach, Florida, momentarily. First, political reporter Taman Bradley joins us with a breakdown of Harris's message to her supporters and Taman to the American people.
Ray and Micah, as you may recall, Donald Trump did not concede the 2020 election, breaking the proud American tradition of the loser validating the winner's accomplishment. Today, a return to normal. Hours after Donald Trump clinched the presidency, Vice President Kamala Harris acknowledged defeat.
Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election.
From her alma mater, Howard University, Harris had planned to address the nation last night, but as the election returns showed her path to victory narrowing, her campaign postponed her remarks until this afternoon. The second woman nominated for president by a major party, Harris had hoped to make history at Howard, an institution established in 1867 to educate freed slaves. In her 3+ months in the race, Harris warned the country the Republican Donald Trump was a convicted criminal who tried to overturn the last election. Today, she dropped that rhetoric.
Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
60 years old, Harris hinted she might not walk off the national stage when she and President Biden leave office in January.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
On the heels of Harris's concession, in a statement, Governor Pritzker said, "I will always strive to do what is best for the people of Illinois. When that means working with the next presidential administration, that is what I will do. And when that means standing up to it, I believe my record is clear on where I'll be." And tonight from President Biden, as I've said before, selecting Kamala was the very first decision I made when I became the nominee for president in 2020. It was the best decision I made. Her story represents the best of America's story. And as she made clear today, I have no doubt that she'll continue writing that story. The White House says Biden and Harris spoke today, and the president is set to address the nation tomorrow. Mike and Ray.